Hi guys, this chapter about the interior of Earth. Previous day I have told that the Earth's interior composed of four layers, three solid and one liquid. Here we cannot find no magma, but we can find some molten metal. And here the temperature is hot like the surface of the sun. The deepest layer looks like an iron ball. Its diameter 2400 kilometers, and its inner core is like a hot sun. And here pressure is so high that iron cannot be melted. Here you can find some iron, but the iron is not full pure. With the iron you can find some sulfur, nickel and other small materials also. Now if we want to know about the sources of the information about the interior Earth, then we should remember the fact that the Earth radius is 6370 km. Due to high pressure and high temperature, no one can go there. That's why our knowledge about the interior of Earth is totally dependent on the prediction. Still, we can divide the sources in between two categories: direct sources, indirect sources. Direct sources: surface rock from mining, lot of ocean drilling project, integrated ocean drilling project has been also take to find out the materials about the from the different depth of the ocean for material analyzing or chemical analyzing in the laboratory. And another, magma from active volcano. From the magma cooling magma of active volcano, we are able to collect the samples and do the material and chemical analysis in the laboratory. Indirect source, we can get from the mining activity, meteors, that means shooting star, gravitation force, magnetic field and seismic activity. These all are very much important to get the information about the Earth, interior of the Earth. Now, earthquake. What is earthquake? Earthquake is just a shaking of earth. It is natural incident. It is happened due to release of energy which generate waves that travel in all direction. Now we have to know why earthquake happens. Actually, the release of energy occurs along a fault. A fault is a sharp break in the crustal rocks. Rock along a fault tend to move in opposite direction as the overwhelming rock starts press them. The friction locks them together. However, the tendency to move apart at some point of time overcome the friction. As a result, the blocks get deformed and eventually they slide past one another abruptly. And during this time, huge number of energy release and like a wave, it started to flow down in every direction. The center from where the energy is released, this is called focus or hypocenter. The energy waves traveling in different direction to reach the surface. The point on the surface nearest to the focus is called epicenter, and it is the epicenter where the most of the earthquake feelings can be felt. And epicenter has to accept most destruction due to the earthquake. Now, earthquake wave. Seismic waves are the waves of energy caused by the sudden baking of the earth within the earth or an explosion. Here we can find two kinds of waves, one body waves and another the surface waves. Body waves. Traveling through the interior of the earth, body waves arrive before the surface waves emitted by an earthquake. These waves are of a higher frequency than the surface waves. Body waves can be divided in between two terms, P waves and S waves. P waves move faster and are the first to arrive the surface. These P waves travel through the gaseous, liquid and solid materials, where the S waves arrive the surface with some time later. These are called the secondary waves. An important fact about the S wave is that they can travel only through the materials, and these characteristics of the S wave is quite important because it helps the scientists to understand the structure of the interior of the earth. Here you can find the some direction of the S wave also, which I have just told. Surface waves. Traveling only through the crust, surface waves are of a lower frequency than body waves and are easily distinguished on a seismographic as a result. Though they arrive after body waves, it is surface waves that are almost entirely responsible for the damage and destruction associated with the earthquake. Now, you should know about the shadow zone. Earthquake wave get recorded in seismographs located at further location, but still there exists some specific area where the waves are not be reported. These zones are called the shadow zones. Earthquake has the different type of earthquake. One, tectonic earthquake. Second, volcanic earthquake. Third, the explosive earthquake. And fourth, the collapse earthquake. Tectonic earthquake. This is the most common type of earthquake. This occurs when rocks in the earth crust break due to geological forces created by movement of tectonic plates. If you see the picture, then you can understand. Volcanic earthquake. It occurs in conjunction with volcanic activity. However, this kind of earthquake is confined where the active volcano can be found. Collapse earthquake are the small earthquakes in underground caverns and mines. In the areas of intense mining activities, sometimes the roofs of underground mine collapse and causing a minor tremor. This kind of earthquake is called the collapse earthquake. Explosive earthquake result from the explosion of nuclear and chemical device. We can measure motion from the large tectonic earthquake using GPS because rocks on either side of a fault are offset during the time of earthquake. The reservoir and induced earthquake. The earthquake that occurs in the area of large reservoir are referred to reservoir and induced earthquake. If you see the picture, then you can understand what can be the reservoir induced earthquake.